Hey, what's going on? Today I wanted to do a bit of a comprehensive view over Shinhe. Right now I'm showing her best build to me, from what I've seen so far from testing and other TCs. High ER attack pieces on Noblesse is her best set. But for the duration of a lot of this showcase, I'm going to be doing two-piece attack, because I know a lot of people might not have a lot of noblesse pieces and things like that, or at least the common consensus is a lot of people think that attack is the best. So a lot of the clips are going to have the attack, two-piece Glad, two-piece Remy, and I'll slip some clips in with four-piece noblesse to kind of show you some of that. But for the most part, I want to show as much things as I want to answer as many questions as possible about Shunhei. Is she worth it? What team comp is she best in? How to play her in the most effective way, so that we know so far, and yeah, but most importantly, whether or not she's worth summoning for, other than if you really like her. Just a reminder, right now so far, just with 4 stars, we have pretty powerful units as is. So in terms of power, just 4 stars are enough. But in terms of min maxing and things like that, I'll start showing you now how it kind of looks like. So right now we're just gonna do some charge attack testing with Ayaka. So you can see it's pretty nasty, and that's on the black sword. And one thing to remember, based on her passive, if you want to boost out Ayaka's charge attack, you kind of have to do the hold and alt. You want to alt and skill at the same time with Shunhei, and you can kind of see how nasty that is. Um, Now I want to compare, like, you might be like, okay, how much is Kazuha and Kokomi? So we're going to just use more budget options. And you can kind of see it's still very heavy charge attack. I and remember, if you're going to do a Thrilling Tales in this team, which you probably should be, you want to feed it to Ayaka, not Shunhei. It's going to be better on your main DPS than Shunhei, the booster. You don't want to Thrilling Tales into her. So that's how much attack she has with Thrilling Tales. So now we're going to do another comparison with the new Shinra Tensei, this time with ults, just to see Ayaka's ult damage. As you can see, with the stacks of Shunhei, it goes up to 22, falls down to 44. We're going to show with Kazuha now, so with the Kazuha buff, like how high it goes up, Kazuha and Shunhei. But also showing you, like, it goes up to 30k, and then goes down to 18k where Kazuha and Shunhei are working together. But you kind of see how quickly it expires, how quickly the burst can expire, especially when the enemies are frozen together and it's hitting 2 enemies at the same time. The stacks expire really quickly, so most of the time I don't really want to buff her burst. I think it's better to buff her her charge attacks. Now moving on to Ganyu and kind of showcasing her Ganyu's damage. The entire time I'm going to be, for Ganyu, I'm going to showcase with just more accessible units. We're using Lithic, but if you need a replacement for that, you can use a Royal Spear. For the most part, I kind of would recommend a Fav Lance, because you really want to use Burst and Skill at the same time with Shunhei. But at this, and you gotta, so in order to do that, since she's an 80 cost burst character, you want to get as much ER as possible. Here's to showcase you don't even need to hit the enemies to boost out Ganyu, so you don't lose range just because you want to use Shunhei. Though in real combat, I would probably want to get closer so that I can get VV Shred, because VV Shred is pretty important, really important. So now we want to compare Mona to her, and we're going to use her nephew this time to compare it. You can kind of see the damage from the autos as well as the burst and Mona's damage, what she provides to the team, and we're going to compare that to Shunhei and how she contributes to the team instead of Mona. And as you can see, the damage is similar, given that Chung Yun. But the thing is, the stacks from Shunhei are going to expire if you hit multiple enemies, which you kind of want with Chung Yun, as opposed to Mona, who's going to keep that damage up the entire time. So I even tried to give her an advantage by using a high 5-star attack weapon, and it's still quite similar to Mona. So if you have a Mona already, for the most part, it's not really going to be an improvement. As you can see, you can hit pretty high numbers with Shenhe. She is a very, very good crowd support. Is she worth using pity for? I'd say not if you don't have Kazuha. If you don't have Kazuha, I'll definitely say she's a skip. Thank you for watching.